Folks, welcome to the Mud Puppets Christmas special. We're so glad to have you here. And we're going to go now to open the show, Mud Puppet Joel, with a very special poem he wrote himself.
Thank you, thank you. This is entitled Christmas Snoop Time.
Really? That's the title?
Yeah. Our parents went to the store, so we opened the closet door. We leapt and leapt, for we had found where the presents were kept. Knock it off.
I'm sorry.
We searched through them all, singing, dancing, having a ball. We made sure we taped them with great precision, for if our mother found out, our heads would suffer extreme division. Would you just knock it off?
Are you guys hearing this? I'm sorry. I apologize. Go on.
We awoke on Christmas morn quite early. Gifts to be opened, we felt quite squirrely. We entered the living room, but to our surprise, a group of crooks bringing our day to a demise. You know what? You're a real jerk.
This idiot.
You said before the show you weren't going to laugh at my poem.
I tried not to. I tried my hardest, but it was just really bad.
That's cruel of you.
As your friend, I thought I should tell you.
It's the Christmas season.
The truth.
Whatever. We have things to talk about.
Sure.
Speaking of the Christmas season, one of the local events around here, the Heritage event series, they do a Christmas open house.
Yes, indeed.
Which is open to the public, December 20th and 21st. And if you want more information on that little event, you can get on the Google machine, the Twitter machine.
It's all the same.
The Facebook machine.
Pretty much.
For more information on that.
Yes.
Of course, another event going on that we'll talk about at length through the episode. Something we went and toured, Fantasyland.
That's right.
In Lincoln Park.
We grew up in Lincoln Park. It was
Yep.
a fun time as kids to go up there and check it out. And even more fun as adults, you might say.
I went there a few years back. It was not bad. I understand some of the stuff from when we were kids is gone now.
No.
But yeah, a real cool place. When I was a kid, it really it spurred some of my imagination. I used to love the little, they had a gingerbread house and there was elves inside. They were little animatronics. They were kind of creepy, but I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all the animatronics a little bit creepy, but still fun.
Oh, and speaking of that, Fantasyland, we actually, I brought in some Christmas pictures.
Really?
And there's a few from when we were kids, when we were at Fantasyland.
Okay.
Now, I couldn't find too many of you.
Well,
but
they didn't take a lot of pictures of me as a child.
Dave, if you want to run that clip, well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
The pictures, here we go. So there's me and two of my siblings, Jason. So it's at Fantasyland. You see the creepy mannequins there. I'm gap-toothed with Santa.
Did Santa punch you? Is that what happened to your teeth there?
There I am.
Oh,
action figures. Love my Ghostbusters
goodness.
zombie monster there.
Absolutely.
That's actually last Christmas. I was demonstrating my catwalk with my new hat.
I see.
There's me and all my siblings with Santa. Around 6
Three
years
beautiful
old.
children and
There's
then you.
4. Well, shit. There's a horrifying one. My mother handed me to a pedo bear.
Oh my
at Hudson's.
goodness! Why'd she ever?
And oh, look at Ryan! Oh my goodness, the Chris Farley. Oh my God, Ryan, what is that coat?
I like that pink coat. I got to be honest with you.
Your head was gargantuan. I mean, it still is, but you filled out more. Well, you know what I'm trying to say.
I still have that pink coat and it fits. So.
No, that pink coat does not fit.
No, it doesn't. I still have it though.
You look like a child Chris Farley there.
We could only wish that I had his money in, but had not died.
Yes, I
mean, if you had to pick, I mean, you'd have to say that. So.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Right.
I'd prefer Chris Farley wasn't dead myself.
Yeah, I wish to God.
Okay. Best, worst Christmas gifts ever. Because we know every kid has that moment.
Sure.
Where you get something you don't particularly care for. Do you have a worst Christmas gift ever?
Yeah. There was a gift under the tree one year. I was sure it was a Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Right.
It turned out to be a globe. And it hurt my dad's feelings when I was really, really disappointed. But I mean, come on, a globe. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you're lame, Dad.
To a kid, you think you're getting a Super Nintendo.
Right.
You know, I think globes are cool, but as a kid, even today, if I thought I was getting something cool, some electronic gadget that I'd wanted, and I got a globe.
Yeah, it just doesn't. What about you? What was your worst?
I'm an easy person to buy for. You got something with a Red Wing symbol on it, I'm pretty happy. But as big wrestling fans,
Yes.
back during the late 90s, the Monday Night Wars are going on. You and I, of course, one time we were the WWF loose cannons, of course.
That's right. We picked our side.
Big WWF fans, and my poor mom, who didn't know anything about wrestling other than the fact that I liked wrestling, she bought me a Bill Goldberg shirt, who of course was a huge star in WCW.
Yeah.
But at the time, WCW and WWF were butting heads, and if you were a fan of one, you could not be a fan of the other.
You couldn't wear those colors.
No, so I opened that on Christmas morning, and I remember looking at it and thinking, oh dear God, I can't wear this. And I thought for a moment, maybe I can try, it won't be so bad, but ultimately I couldn't wear it. It sat in my dresser for months, and then my brother, who has kindly joined us on camera today, he ratted me out to my mom when he was being disciplined for something.
Of course.
Said he's got a shirt he got him for Christmas he hasn't wore.
Pass the heat along.
But you know, on the other side of the coin, had some great presents too. I always loved. We saw the pictures. I loved getting action figures.
Sure.
Those are always great gifts. And I know you, Ryan. You of course.
Yeah. I do have a favorite gift that I got one year, and it's sort of passed on into legend in our family.
It sure has. And I don't know if you know this, but I did bring the clip today.
No.
I did. Yes. Christmas 1996, the year of the Nintendo 64 was released, and here is Ryan's reaction. Here we go. So, why don't you walk us through this, Ryan?
Well, my mom and dad had been playing the poverty card,
Of course.
which was not hard for our family, and they kept telling me that they didn't have the money to get me a Nintendo 64. Now, your brother, who's on camera again today, Jason, he had already had one, and so what I'm opening right here is a gift that is it's a Nintendo 64 game, and I'm thinking it's for Jason. They put the wrong tag. Just the last, slap in the face.
Here you are explaining.
I'm approaching my mom. I'm dejected. I'm horrified.
Now let's just let this simmer. We do have audio that's playing. Oh, we can. Oh yes. Let's just listen here. Listen to this reaction, folks.
You gotta be kidding me! Oh my God! Oh my God! I had Nintendo 64! I got Star Wars.
Oh my goodness, this has got to be horrifying.
I got Toy Story!
I don't see how.
Thank you.
Hugging your mother, going wild.
I only broke 3 of her ribs.
You're welcome, honey.
And wait for wait, there's one last little bit here. Here it comes. You have an exclamation of your excitement.
You didn't know. No, I thought you
Oh, saying he didn't know. He didn't know. So surprised.
faked out, didn't we?
There it is, the hair pull. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
And I know there's so many follow-up clips to that where you're explaining the N64 and its features in such a dorkish fashion.
Well, I thought people would want to know.
I wish we had time to show it all, but we don't because you have written a children's Christmas story, Ryan.
That's right, Joel. I'm a writer, and I've been shopping this around to some publishers, and I'm hoping next year to have it out there in the market. You'll be holding up some drawings, and I'm no artist. They're a little crude, I'll admit, but...
Well, you got some experience, certain
Yeah.
comic.
It's called The Secular Humanist Who Stole Christmas, and
Of course it is.
I'll give you guys a little reading here.
Sure. I'm going to hold up the pictures here for our audience.
Our tale begins on a cold winter's night. 2 young carolers are bundled up tight. They sing of Rudolph, Frosty, and Kris Kringle. They sing of Jesus and silver bells that jingle. Door to door they spread Christmas cheer and holiday delight. The fine folks of Wyandotte listen and applaud through the night. Yet at one stop they spot no cheerful decorations. Such an unadorned house must be in their imaginations. The door bursts open and a scowling man approaches. With a sneer, into their personal space he encroaches. There is no Santa. There is no Frosty, no matter what you say. There is no Rudolph, and December 25th is an old pagan holiday. Evidence of Christ is specious, of that you can be sure, as are stories of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Sir, you must be joking. Are you an agnostic, atheist, or a Grinch? Worse than all of the above, he replies. I am a secular humanist. The boys begin to shout him down with curses and hexes. They stomp on his head and cave in his solar plexus. They smack him with their hymnals, cram his craw with candy canes. They beat him with Yule logs up and down Santa Claus Lane. Finally, the police receive a call and arrive on the blood-soaked scene. Chief O'Malley is shaking his head. The rookie cop is turning green. Boys, the chief pulls them aside. I've seen men sent to the chair for less. But it is almost Christmas, and I suppose this is the season of forgiveness. And so he sends them off with merely a warning, completely unaware of the horror awaiting the boys' visit with the Goldbergs and where they'll shove that menorah. Merry Christmas, everyone. Wow.
What?
Beautiful.
This is a...
It's about inclusiveness.
That's what we're
Bringing
supposed to take
everyone
away
together.
from that?
Yes.
I gotta tell you, I was on the PWL with Big Bubba Lushes a few days ago. This was worse than his rant about the crack cocaine he went off on.
No,
this is worse.
I highly doubt this is worse than anything on the PWL.
Wowzers.
I've seen that show.
Well, hey, I hope it sells, Rye. All right, we are going to see our trip to Fantasyland, and when we come back, we're going to have a very special guest. We're going to be joined by Santa Claus. So,
really?
Yeah, but unfortunately, you've got that thing you've got to do, so you got to...
I don't have to go anywhere. I'm fine.
No, you've got to...
I want to see Santa. I have a lot of stuff I want to see.
Ryan,
I'll stay.
remember, you had that obligation, the previous engagement that you had to go and do right now.
No, I'm free. I cleared my whole schedule for today, so...
Ryan,
I'm good.
Ryan, no. You've got to go.
I'm staying right here, buddy.
Ryan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off.
Yes.
You go ahead and throw the next thing.
Okay. After our video, we're back with Santa Claus.
Ridiculous!
All right, folks, we're here with Frank Maniaci. Frank, you are a guy who kind of runs Fantasyland, sort of the mastermind behind all this right now.
Yeah, I'm one of a few, yes. There's 5 or 6 or 7. You know, we have some volunteers, but yeah, I guess I'm the Grinch.
Now, Frank, let me ask you, this place has been running, I believe, 49 years now?
49 years, started in 1964.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I believe the Chamber of Commerce was involved from the beginning?
Yes, Chamber of Commerce, from what I've been told, was the originators of it.
Okay.
And then the city got involved, and it was all a big deal.
Yeah.
And about 7 years ago, the city, you know, through budget constraints, couldn't do it anymore and came back to the chamber and asked if they would be willing to take it back over, which is how I got involved with it, and the chamber got back involved with Fantasyland.
And tell us a little bit about what goes into building a place like Fantasyland. The amount of work. When do you guys start? What the man hours involved?
Well, we start usually the very end of October, somewhere 26, 7, 8, somewhere in that area, because it takes that long to get this place going. It takes us about 3 weeks, basically 6 to 7 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day. To put this together. This all comes in 3 semi-trailers that have to be unloaded. Everything has to be put up and decorated and just primped, and so that when you come, hey, it looks like it's always been here.
Sure. What are some of the steps you guys are taking to keep the place fresh and new for people?
Well, one of our big deals is keeping it new and fresh.
Yeah.
We want you to come in every year, and we can't change everything, but we want you to come in and get what's new. And that's what we want to do for you. We want you to come back. And if I can, as one of the guys who run it, put something in that you're going to look for, and people are just, and it just excites me to see people doing this.
Oh, sure.
So, that's our big goal.
What would you say is the biggest challenge to putting this on year after year?
Getting the help.
Yeah.
making sure we're all healthy enough to do it, and trying to get other volunteers.
Right.
It is a lot. We're asking a lot.
Sure.
You don't have to come like, say, my wife and I, who are here 24/7. But
Right.
if people are interested in volunteering, trying to keep this going, we're open to volunteers. We work. We take anybody who wants to come and help us. We're a friendly group. We have no issues with that. We would love to have more help.
What would you say, Frank, is your most popular attraction here? What draws the people in the most?
Well, I believe our Santa Claus is
Right.
Santa Claus, of course, draws them anywhere he goes.
Sure.
But we have excellent Santa Claus. But not to say, Santa Clauses aren't, but we have excellent Santa Clauses and our displays.
Yeah.
And it's just a great value for people, and we just hope people come and enjoy it. And that's why we dedicate our time to doing this, so that you, your family, and everybody else can come and visit us.
What's the most rewarding thing for you at the end of the day?
The kids.
Yeah.
Watching the kids exciting, standing in front of our music boxes, dancing, just the happy faces.
Yeah.
That's kind of the exciting part, and that makes it all worthwhile. All the grief you go through and all the time you put in, but it's well worth that. And everybody who works here all feel the same way.
And now, Frank, tell us, what are your hours of operation?
Okay, we open up the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and those hours usually are 5 to 8. It's like, because there used to be a parade,
Right.
used to come in at 5. So we've kept those as a tradition. And then every other weekend, it's 2 to 8 Saturdays and Sundays, and 4 to 8 during the week,
Okay.
Monday through Friday. And we're open through Christmas Eve, which is also 10 to 2 on Christmas Eve.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can say for myself, and I think I speak for Mud Puppet Joel here too, this place looks great. They've put in a ton of new stuff. If you haven't been to Fantasyland for a while, come check it out. Bring the kids. It's a great value. It's a great holiday tradition.
Oh, it is. It really is. And come and enjoy it, and we'll all be here waiting for you.
How about a big greasy?
Welcome back, and you know what? We are joined now by Santa Claus, jolly old Saint Nick. And Santa, I want to thank you for being here. I know you have a very busy schedule. We'll make it a real snappy interview.
No problem. I've got time for you mud puppets.
Wonderful. I'm sorry Mud Puppet Ryan couldn't be here. He had something to do.
That's all right. I'm sure he's busy with his charity work.
No, probably not. Mud Puppet Ryan's actually been pretty bad this year, Santa.
Oh, I find that very hard to believe. He's such a good boy.
No, he sins all the time. I mean, gluttony.
No,
Hello?
no. He's watching his weight from what I hear.
From what you hear is wrong, Santa Claus. I thought you were watching.
I'm always watching, and Mud Puppet Ryan is a very, very good boy.
Okay. Well, okay. So Santa, tell me a little bit about your preparation for your annual flight.
Well, it's hard, you know. We have to get the reindeer ready, and we have to get them on a special high-protein diet to pull Santa along through the night, and we have to check those struts and shocks on my sleigh. They take quite a pounding.
Now, Santa, to get the reindeer to fly, there's the magic dust. What is that dust? Is it?
Santa doesn't want to get too much. Santa used to have a problem with the magic dust. That was in the 80s.
Whoa!
Santa's past that now.
And this
Santa's all clean, kids.
Okay, that seems vaguely threatening. Tell me about Mrs. Claus a little bit. What exactly is? Tell us the key to marriage longevity. You guys have been together a long time.
You know, Santa likes to keep things nice. You like to get into a nice rut and just stay there for a long, long time. We've been together for over 2,000 years.
That's a long time.
Let me tell you, though, Santa still keeps things spicy in the bedroom, if you know what I mean.
I didn't ask.
The old Yule log still comes out about once a year.
Wow, it's
At least once a year.
Once a year, huh, Santa?
At least.
Well, at 2,000 years old, I guess that's not too bad.
It's not bad.
So what exactly is Mrs. Claus's role at the North Pole, outside of being your wife, of course?
Well, have you ever seen any documentaries about, like, sweatshops, things like that? There's always the charismatic leader who's the face of the company, and then there's that person who's really cracking the whip, getting things done. That's Mrs. Claus.
Right, okay.
That's her role.
Yule logs and whips. And I'm surprised you're so
Yes, and that helps with the Yule log sometimes.
I'm shocked that you're using the phrase sweatshop, because that actually brings me to my next point. The elves. I have a lot of questions about the elves.
Sure, sure.
Are they slaves?
No, no.
No.
We pay a competitive wage. We pay them several cookies each year.
The elves are in high demand.
Oh, the elves are in incredible demand. I'm fighting off the tooth fairies trying to poach them from me.
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jack, don't get me started on that fool.
Okay, it's a bad topic. So the elves, now though they are individuals, they're not clones or.
Well, they're sort of like worker drones. They don't really have their own personalities. They just work and, repopulate, so to speak.
So, okay, do they reproduce? Are they asexual?
Oh, they reproduce. It's like prom night and a quinceanera mixed together. I swear.
Wow.
It's nonstop.
Yeah, you Santa Claus ever mingle with the?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Elves are about 3 feet tall, my friend. Santa's not going to commit murder.
Oh my God!
If you know what Santa says.
I didn't expect this from
And if
Santa.
you don't, you must be slow.
I got what you said. Okay.
You got it. Okay.
Jeez, the slow one's gone. Okay. Hey, I'm just saying.
He's very intelligent.
Hey, tell me a little bit about secrets of your trade, Santa. Around the globe in a single night, how do you do it?
There's a lot of tricks. A lot of Red Bull, a lot of coffee, caffeine.
Right.
I don't really exist. That helps.
Wow.
I play around with the time zones. I don't totally understand them, but somehow that works in my favor.
So not even you understand. I gotta
No.
say, Santa, you're much more forthcoming than I expected.
Santa doesn't hold back.
Santa, have you knock a few back?
I
before
told
the
you
show?
Santa is clean.
Right.
Clean and sober, kids.
Okay. Have you noticed a change in kids over the years? Are they more greedy? That technology is replacing traditional
Well,
toys?
it used to be things like, oh, I wish my brother wouldn't die of polio. And now it's like I want a PlayStation 4. So it's a moving goalpost for Santa, but you hear all sorts of things.
Did you often deliver on the saving my brother from polio?
Very rarely.
Right.
Because it's less work for me, less kids there are.
Santa, you got all these toys, and of course your elves can only do so much.
Sure.
So you've got to deal with the money-hungry bloodsuckers that is corporate America, correct?
Yes, of course,
How do you broker deals with such filth and swine?
Well, Santa used to work on the stock market, so Santa knows that world a little bit.
Oh, God.
Santa's been around. That was during the magic dust period, and I don't like to talk about it because I don't remember a lot of it, but I made some powerful business deals back then, and they're still holding strong today.
Right. So what do you think of Black Friday? I lamented it in our last episode.
I
Puppet
watched
Ryan,
that
of course.
episode.
Yeah,
And I felt that Mud Puppet Ryan
Okay.
had an especially astute view of that situation. No offense, my friend.
Santa, I can't believe a man such as yourself would adhere to capitalistic policies. I mean, you got your start as Kris Kringle. You were a rebel. You handed out toys
I was a young
for free.
man. Listen, we all start off, oh, I'm going to give out toys. Here's a toy here. Oh, I'm going to help change the world. It's all about the moolah, kids. Remember that. Santa's talking to you out there.
Santa,
It's all about the money.
This is a terrible message.
Get what you can and
Hey.
screw over your fellow man.
Wow, but as long as you're in this sort of mood, I've got a game for us.
Oh,
I want
Santa
to
loves
play
games.
Celebrity Naughty or Nice. I'm going to give you a celebrity. You're going to tell me this year if they were naughty or nice.
Oh, very well.
You ready?
Very well.
Here's your first one. Robin Thicke.
Robin, he's very naughty. Did you see that video? With
I did.
The bouncy.
Many
My
times.
goodness.
Many times.
That's what Mrs. Claus used to look like.
Really?
Yeah.
Lucky man.
1,500 years ago.
How about Tina Fey?
Tina Fey, she's always on my naughty list.
Oh.
I like those little glasses, That's my type.
Yeah, I like
Santa's
yeah.
into that.
She's a good-looking lady.
Santa's into some weird stuff.
Okay, let's move on. LeBron James.
LeBron James is very, very naughty. Oh, he's been dominating on the basketball court and making Mud Puppet Joel very angry.
That is true. I do not care for him.
And Santa likes it.
Eminem.
Eminem, the language that young man uses. Not the things he says he'd do to his ex-wife and his mother. I mean, come on, you do them, but you don't talk about it.
Oh, of course. Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. She is what we in the business call an up-and-comer. And let me tell you,
Santa, she's a legal adult.
Oh, then never mind. I don't care.
Okay. How about Tom Green?
What is this? Is this 1999?
Wait,
Tom Green.
He has a show again.
What?
Yeah.
Who cares about Tom Green?
Couple more. Jay Leno.
Oh
man, Santa is a man.
Santa's a Conan fan.
Well, me too.
And Letterman.
I'm tempted to pound it, but I'm. Last one. And
All
hey,
right.
you know what? Maybe the folks will hate me for this, but naughty or nice, Paul Walker.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Too soon?
I'm going to say naughty though.
Okay.
Because you're going to get Santa in so much trouble. I'm going to.
I'll tell you what, Santa.
Let's leave that one alone.
We're going to go to a clip of last year's Our Muddy Christmas.
Yes.
In which your counterpart, Scumbag Santa, was in. And then we'll come back, we'll have a little more Santa, we'll wrap things up.
Hey now, look out now!
Christmas holds a special place in the hearts of many. Once, it held a very special place in the heart of a very special boy. Though the boy was large in stature and short on brains, he was smart enough to know that Christmas was a magical time of year. A time of year when anything was possible. A time when this boy's heart was full of whimsy and wonder. Slowly but surely, the boy grew up. Though he became larger and heavier, quite a bit heavier, his heart seemed to become 3 sizes too small. For the wonder of the Christmas season had faded inside him, as it does for many. And on this Christmas Eve, the boy was feeling particularly blue. Christmas, it seemed, was no longer a time for magic.
Power outage, yeah, that should do.
Of course, you can catch Our Muddy Christmas in its entirety on our YouTube channel. You can visit our website, themudpuppets.com. And of course, at our channel, you can see all of our latest sketches, which, of course, today, Santa, we just put up. I can't believe you left me for Santa Claus.
Really?
Our first music video. So I greatly encourage people to go check that out. Also, for our next show in January, we want your New Year's resolutions. So email us there, themudpuppets@gmail. Send us your New Year's resolutions. What about you, Santa? You have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't, but I bet old Fatty over there is going to say he's going to lose weight.
Oh, Mud Puppet Ryan?
That's right.
Well, he generally says that and fails. As always, you can go to our Facebook, become a fan, our WordPress, where we post some stories about our sketches, and of course, again, the YouTube channel. And I want to stress, if you have a YouTube channel, you're a YouTuber, we'd love for you to subscribe, and we'll subscribe back. And also, if you have a Gmail account, you can also subscribe that way to the YouTube channel. And Twitter, you can always tweet us. Santa, you a tweeter?
Oh, Santa doesn't go in for all that highfalutin technology.
Okay. Also, next month we will be premiering the first of our Mud Puppeteer sketch-off sketches, fan-submitted sketches, so stay tuned for that. And I want to thank the people at Fantasyland for letting us come in and do our nonsense. And one more time, Dave, if we could show their information. Fantasyland, of course, located in Lincoln Park at the Bandshell on Ferris Street there. More information, you can call the number. And that's about it, Santa. Good luck on your yearly pilgrimage. And we'll be back in January with what I'm sure is going to be another raucous show. Until then, we will catch you guys later.
You want to come sit on Santa's lap?
I don't.
Do you want to come sit on Santa's lap?
Santa, this is way more inappropriate than I ever thought.
I'm warming the spot up for you.
It was the Mud Puppet Show.